The American embassy in Kabul, Afghanistan. In August, the target of rocket attacks and suicide bombings. Now, allegations that the contractor hired by the State Department to protect that embassy for years has created conditions that threaten its security. The report by the Independent Project on Government Oversight, or POGO, cites complaints from nearly 10% of the guards working for the ArmorGroup North America, now owned by Wackenhut Services, Inc. The most explosive, charges of what POGO calls deviant hazing and humiliation. POGO says it obtained these photos showing superiors and other guards off duty hazing some new recruits, including images of half-naked men in compromising sexual positions with what appears to be alcohol, all highly offensive in a Muslim country. Guards who objected, they say, were ridiculed, demoted, and even fired. CNN communicated with one guard who confirmed the authenticity of the photos.
The impact for the job, though, is this total breakdown in the chain of command, a total lack of respect on the part of the guard force for their supervisors because of this kind of behavior.
POGO also says other problems undermine morale, including hiring an insufficient number of guards. The ones on duty were sleep deprived, lacked proper training and adequate armored vehicles. There was constant personnel turnover. Nearly two-thirds of the guards, they say, couldn't adequately speak English. And it charges Afghan nationals working for the embassy were mistreated. It's just the latest in a long history of complaints against the company that started under the Bush administration.
The Secretary and the Department have made it clear that we will have zero tolerance to the type of conduct that is alleged in these documents.
For the past 2 years, the State Department repeatedly criticized the company for its poor performance. In this letter from June 2007, it warned the security of the U.S. Embassy in Kabul is in jeopardy. Yet in July, the Obama administration renewed the contract for another year with the option to extend until 2012.
They said, you know, we are now convinced everything's fine, and then they reissued the contract for another year. So I think the State Department is an equal partner in the problem here.
A Senate subcommittee criticized the State Department for publicly defending the company, calling the department's handling of the contractor a case study of how mismanagement and lack of oversight can result in poor performance. At times, the security of the U.S. Embassy in Kabul may have been placed at risk. The head of that subcommittee, Senator Claire McCaskill, says the State Department's testimony appears to be misleading at best, and she is demanding all relevant documents. The State Department, meanwhile, says its Inspector General has launched an investigation. CNN has contacted that contractor, Wackenhut Services, Inc., but so far they have not responded to those allegations. Jill Doherty, CNN, the State Department.